Wonderful. Maybe while we are waiting, everyone can just type in on the chat from where you're joining. As you are already doing it, which is amazing. Just say, hi, where are you from? And yeah, it will be really nice to see how global
Israel, fantastic. We're getting from London, brilliant. We're getting some great countries, very international event for us.
Indeed. Well, there's also a few emojis at the bottom. You can see that little face at the bottom. So as it's a celebration, yeah, confetti is very much welcomed.
I love that. I love that. Okay, so I think, yeah, like in about a minute, I think we can start, right?
Yeah.
I think we are ready.
We have Pallavi from one of our sponsors that Led Flex just joined us. Hi,
Hello,
Pallavi.
Pallavi. I can see also Astrid from Lead Design Awards and
brilliant.
Lots of the mentors and lots of, oh, I see also Dipali, last winning mentee from last year. Hi, Dipali. And lots
Argentina,
of people that
Taiwan. This is fantastic. We've got some real great countries cropping up here in the feed.
Okay. Charlotte, I think you will give us the start. I think the session is recording already, which is great. Yeah.
And we're all good to kick off. Well, welcome to each and every one of you for the second Silhouette Awards programme. We can't believe it's in its second year already. Time is certainly flying and we're having a wonderful time. And it's great actually to still see all these countries popping up in the feed. So keep it coming. Thank you very much. We want to make the session interactive as well as us celebrating some great news. So we're so delighted actually on that point to have so many of you actually joining us live for this session and helping us celebrate the success of our 20 winning mentees for this year's programme. So thank you so much for the time. We know time's a very precious commodity. So thank you for joining us here live for the celebrations. Myself, Katia and Charlotte are delighted to welcome you to today's celebration.
Amazing. So let's talk about the Silhouette Awards story so far. Well, as you know already, I have been friends with Eve for some years now, networking at events, catching up on the phone, brainstorming. And well, one day during one of those catch-ups, we were discussing the importance of mentorship and how having people to guide you and support can really make a difference in your career. And often people are too scared or shy, to ask for help. So we want to create this platform where everyone is really able to connect with each other and grow. And the Silhouette Awards was born, an awards program with a difference. And with Charlotte being a senior member of the Paro team, she has been an integral part in the Silhouette Awards since its very inception. So that was 1 year ago. Fast forward 1 year, we are here celebrating our second class of the Silhouette Awards. And as the program grows, the momentum is built. And if we go to the next slide, sorry about that, unexpected. Yeah. So look at last year winning mentees and mentors. We are very, very proud of all the relationships that we built and all the journeys that we experienced. And we had partnerships formed really across the globe. And the outcome of some of this is really real long-standing friendships and relationships. Many of our winning mentees have gone on to win further awards, secure speaking opportunities at industry events and conferences, be on the pages of our beloved press. Thank you very much for giving these opportunities to the mentees and the winners, and also lead events based around their passions at some of our sponsors' showrooms, and lots of other things. And you are all very welcome to read all about those journeys on our social media pages on Instagram and LinkedIn.
So that's an update on the story so far, and it's an ever-evolving story and will be an ever-evolving story as we continue to push forward year on year to really grow this programme and to just really mentor and support our industry as much as we possibly can. But actually, it's about the why as well. What is our mission as a team at the Silhouette Awards? And first off, it's collaboration. You know, we really want to create and support collaboration and to create a platform that feels a really safe and homely place for people. So we put that in the middle because collaboration and collaborating together is so, so key. But as part of that, we also want to champion success. You know, we want to celebrate people's growth in the industry and how they continue to evolve and continue to contribute to wonderful projects and all of those things actually that Katia just mentioned, the press, the talks. It's really showing people grow in their career in the industry. And last but not least, of course, we want to inspire action, because without action, absolutely nothing changes at all. So we want our rising stars to step out of their comfort zones and just really build their confidence each and every day. And that happens with the support of their wonderful, very, very experienced 20 mentors that are here and joining us here today.
So there, as you mentioned, there's some very special people who are with us again this year, our 20 wonderful mentors. We want to thank each and every one of you for believing in us when it was simply just an idea right from the get-go. Here we are in year 2. Last year, we approached lighting designers from across the globe to mentor, and every single one of them said yes. This year, we had an open call for mentors, and this is our wonderful lineup on the screen today. So on that note, if you want to be a mentor for next year, do reach out to the team, and Katia, even myself, we would love to discuss that with you.
Awesome. And also, apart from the mentors, we have so many people to thank. And let's start with the sponsors. These manufacturers around the world have been fully aligned with our concept, and they're leading brands who have invested in the lighting talents of tomorrow, and this is super important. Our sponsors really embraced this idea and supported us, and we are deeply thankful to every single one of you. Thank you to Formal Lighting, thank you to GVA, to LEDflex, to Vote, to DigiDots, to LEDlux, and to Sylvania. And as maybe you can already see, some of these were also supported us last year, and we are delighted to have you again on board. Thank you.
And of course, in addition to our wonderful mentors and sponsors, we've got the support of our wonderful industry friends as well, who have made this possible by putting lots of promotion out there for us and really helping share the word of the Silhouette Awards. So really impressive list here of industry favourites that have been joining us and really help shape our industry on a day-to-day basis. So thank you to each and every one of you. And I am going to read you all out because you all deserve to be name-checked for your contributions as well. So A1 Lighting, APDI, Arc Magazine, Designing Lighting. I'm absolutely loving those celebrations as we go through, Katia. Designer's Mind, the Institution of Lighting Professionals, the IALD, Inside Lighting, LDM, Light Texture, the Lit Lighting Design Awards, Lighty, Skills Army, our lovely Society of Light and Lighting, Stir Magazine, the BLDC Community, Women in Lighting, Workspace Design Show, and Wavelength. What an impressive list of industry favourites there just supporting us. So thanks to each and every one of you, and we'll continue to grow that list year on year. You're on mute, Katia.
Sorry about that. I'm on mute, yes. So now just to recap for everyone, what these worthy winners that we will find out very soon who they are, what they were asked to do in order to secure a mentorship. Basically, we ask you to prepare a 3-minute video talking about yourself, your passions, and what your overall mentorship goal is. This last one was especially super important as it enabled our mentors, when judging, to define who the best could support in achieving their mentorship goals. So,
now let's have a look at some wonderful stats. So the first thing to say is that we had way more entries than expected, so that's continuing to grow year on year, which is great. because it means that people want to be involved in the Silhouette Awards and they see the value of mentorship. So thank you so much, and congratulations everybody that put themselves forward. It's a shame you can't all win. In terms of specifics, so we had entries from 26 different countries across the globe. So it really shows how international this event is. Just as an FYI here, we do log countries based on where people are physically located. Obviously, you need to have some benchmarkings when we're doing that, but 26 countries, hugely impressive. And some great entries, a really nice split, 79% women, 21% men. We'll continue to see that growing as well, hopefully. And of course, over half of our entrants actually had more than 3 years experience. It just really goes to show it doesn't matter where you are in your career to degree. This isn't just for people that have just graduated or people that have been working in the industry a year. There really is the need and demand, if you like, for us really to be putting ourselves forward and to see the value of mentorship. So well done, some very interesting stats there for this year, and we look forward to benchmarking next year again.
Okay, and well, just before we go into the big reveal, we are going to bring 3 of our mentors up on stage to join us. So we have Martin Klassen in Australia, Perth, Ariana Gedzi in London, and Faye Greenhalgh in Australia, Melbourne. And well, we have to say, Faye, hats off to you because it's past 2 a.m. for you. So really, thank you so much for being here after midnight. And also to Martin, because it's very late night for you as well. So welcome.
Thank you, guys. It's amazing to see so many people on here and very exciting. And again, thank you to you guys for all the organisation and efforts you've put into this again this year.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much. We will start with Martin. And Martin, well, you were a mentor also last year. So
Yes.
we would like you to tell us a little bit about, how you compare the submissions from last year to this year, and just, give us some input from your experience.
Yeah, it's interesting because when I went through the submissions, I didn't think of last year. I just went through it as I received it, went through all the videos, lovely videos, by the way, from most of the submissions. It's only afterwards that I said, oh, let me have a look back at last year, what was there. And I realized that some of them had reapplied. And then I compared the list that I had from last year. I had kept that. So I looked at my selection from last year and from this year. And I discovered that some that didn't make my list last year did make it this year. And vice versa. There was one person that I had on my top 5 list last year who didn't make my top 5 this year. So I think it's also due to an increased quality of the videos. People put a lot of efforts in how they present themselves, what drives them, their passions, and I think that's where I clicked with my mentee. And I won't say who it is.
Don't say.
Not yet.
But I look forward to this journey, and I hope also to bring into this year my experience from last year. So looking very much forward to this.
Amazing. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you. And I guess just to give a completely different and new perspective, let's say, to the process, Faye, what did you think about this year's submissions coming into it fresh-eyed and bushy-tailed?
I think from my own personal experience, obviously Martin's, a pro at this before, he's done it before. I was so surprised by how I thought about how I honestly, just tell you the truth, it was about 4 o'clock. I thought I'll have a quick look. I was still at my desk at 9:30 that night looking through, because I started going through the participants, and I was just blown away by them. And to tell you the truth, I started off with everybody on my list. Literally everybody on my list. I found it so difficult, and then I had to take a step back, because obviously can't help everybody. I'd like to. And then really delve into what the person, so I watched the videos, went off those, ticked the boxes, and then I went back to what they were asking for from the mentorship. And from that process, I was able to whittle it down. So yeah, two processes really for me. A lot harder than I thought it'd be. Definitely, there was just some amazing and you know, people on there. I was quite overwhelmed and by what I saw on those videos. There's some really amazing entrants, and I thought, even at my ripe old age, I need to step my game up a little bit.
No, I love the enthusiasm. It's just great.
This is amazing, and also, you know, like that's really connected with the fact that we wish really that every single one of the people that entered, that they could be winners, because they are all really did an amazing job. But this is why we are here, and we will talk about this a bit later. But yeah, we are really excited about this feedback.
We are, for sure. And, you know, as Martin said, he sees people come back the next year. So, you know, there are those opportunities, and you know, people do see the value of mentorship, which is amazing. And
I want to add something, because one thing I want to add is that it's a two-way process. What I really liked from the whole mentorship journey is that you learn as well as a mentor. I've been in this game for many years, but every time you meet with someone, you have to adapt. You would understand where that person comes from, and you learn in the process. I felt that I learned myself, even at my ripe age. I still learn from the person that you work with, and I think that's also a big takeaway for the mentors.
100%. Every day is a school day, I say. The day you stop learning, it's not good.
No.
And Faye, just going back to your experience as a new mentor this year, how was your experience of the reviewing process? You know, as a mentor.
Even though it wasn't hard, like the format and everything was really easy and really well thought through, actually, and I could see the reasons why you'd set it up as it is. Very fair, incredibly fair. But like I say, exactly like Martin said, I think what my perceived way I thought I was going to do it is, and then I had to take a step back, and it wasn't about me choosing them. It was about looking to see what people wanted from me. So yeah, again, learning and the different way of thinking, and not me just ticking off, you know, from a pretty video. So yeah, I found the process was easy, but the actual choosing was a new thing for me, and I found it very difficult, but it was only because there were so many amazing people on there. But it was really exciting to do, and I honestly thought it was going to take me 20 minutes, and like I say, it took me hours, but I enjoyed every bit of it.
Wishful thinking, but a nice problem to have, I would say, a nice problem to have. And now let's bring Ariana, also a new mentor this year. So welcome, Ariana, and thank you for your
Thank you.
I think the team are really excited just to really see what you're most looking forward to as a mentor and as part of this mentorship journey.
I think, as Martin mentioned, what I look for is that collaboration. As you said, actually, is going to be a process of growth for me as well. It's going to be a two-way process for both myself and the mentee. So I'm really looking forward to collaborate together, to grow together. And I think championing and helping a person is just so, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be such a great opportunity, and I'm really looking forward to it. I think what's going to be really important is being there, especially when you're at the beginning of your career. There is not a big or small question. You just want to have that sort of open relationship with someone and be comfortable to ask anything when you need it. So I think it's going to be very important for both of us. Absolutely.
I totally agree. I think you've got an amazing 6 months ahead of you, actually.
Yeah, like we also can't wait to follow those journeys one by one. Like this process, also it's a learning process for us as well. And this year we're also comparing it to last year, and we are getting feedback from the mentors and the mentees and the winners, and we see what they have been doing. So I think just moving forward, it's all, you know, growing, and we are really excited to be here. So thank you very much, mentors, for being here. We're going to have the chance again to bring 3 more mentors after the announcements of the winners in a few minutes. And of course, we will meet all of you in the networking session later on, if you want to remain. Obviously, Faye, good night. And Martin, thank you so much for coming from the other side of the world and joining us. See you later. And I think now it's a very good moment, Eve, and everyone to mention about the process, actually, just to give a little bit more insights there, because I'm sure that lots of you might wonder, like, okay, how did the mentors went through? So the mentors were asked to independently review all videos, as Faye and Martin and Ariana mentioned already. So they had to vote for their top 20 based on specific criteria that we provided. And then we asked the mentors, based on the entrance mentorship goal, to highlight who they could support the most. So this is what Faye was also talking about. So on the question, on the third question, the second question that we asked everyone is like, if you are a winner, what do you want to do within this 6 months period? So this question really helped the mentors to define which are the top 5 for them that they can support the most. And this is then we received these votes and everything. It was a very complicated process. And then the mentee and the mentor partnerships were formed based on the top 20 winners, that they took the biggest amount of votes from all the mentors. Yeah. And very soon we will be sharing this with you. So watch this. 1 second left, I think.
Very soon. Just a matter of minutes, and you're going to find out if you're on that list. But before we do that, I think it is really, really exciting times, but I think it's only fair that we do say a massive well done just to everyone that entered these. We call these winning mentees because, you know, those are the people that have been paired with mentors, but we've said so many times, actually, you're all winners, because you're helping us really achieve what we want to achieve, and that's by inspiring action, stepping outside of your comfort zone, and really leaning into mentors to get some support on your journey. So I think we need to give credit where credit's due. We know it's not an easy process. It's not meant to be an easy process, but the reward is huge. I mean, 6 months mentorship with a superstar of the industry, you know, it's actually priceless. You seriously couldn't buy that. It is an amazing opportunity. And, you know, we're building a community here. So the good news is, whether you've won this year, yes, there's opportunity next year, but actually this is just a supportive community. We really want to help talent flourish moving forward. So, you know, don't be disappointed if you're not on the list this year, because you're still part of the Silhouette Award community. The team are here for you, so do lean in. We've got a great bank of people here who can support you in your journeys. So I just want to say a massive well done to all of you. And now, this is my most exciting bit. After all of that build-up, hopefully we kept you in suspense for long enough. Now it is actually time for us to reveal the Silhouette Awards winners for 2023.
Dun, 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 dun.
And the first winning mentee is Ines Bartle, mentored by Avdeep Duka.
And the next winning mentee is Alperen Ekisi, mentored by Olga Chazova.
And the next winning mentee is Cristina Antonieta Martinez Bergonje, mentored by Martin Klassen.
And the next winning mentee is Jessica Keats, mentored by Arana Getsi.
And the next winning mentee is Valeria Koki Martinez, mentored by Paul Trainer.
And the next winning mentee is Gemma Alcalá Jurado, mentored by Michele Calancini.
And the next winning mentee is Anastasia Angeli, mentored by Barbara Horton.
And the next winning mentee is Dane Amelawangi, mentored by Florence Lamb.
And the next winning mentee is Swapnali Badal, mentored by Nitika Agrawal.
And the next winning mentee is Jessica Smith, mentored by Beata Denton.
And the next winning mentee is Swillow Lee, mentored by Gary Thornton.
And the next winning mentee is Consuelo Emiliana Miranda Barroso, mentored by Diana Gallic. And the next winning mentee is Danai Litra, mentored by Claudia Paz.
The next winning mentee is Valeska Sanonato, mentored by Christina Allison.
And the next winning mentee is Annabelle Hill, mentored by Faye Greenhill.
And the next winning mentee is Wenyi Kong, mentored by Walid Fakusa. And the next winning mentee is Shireen Telg, mentored by Maida Hodge.
And the next winning mentee is Massimiliano Moro, mentored by Siddharth Mathur.
And the next winning mentee is Farabi Raham, mentored by Yalito.
And the final winning mentee is Olga Rybkina, mentored by Volker von Kardorf.
You're on mute, Katia.
Yeah, sorry about that. It's just that I'm in another office. So I'm just trying to mute myself to not have background noise. But I was just saying, again, I'm going to repeat what I said, that wow, isn't that incredible? I'm really moved from this whole process and looking at these faces here, and to every single one of you guys, congratulations. Like, wow, what can we say? It's an amazing achievement. It was a very hard competition, and actually many other were very close, but of course we had to allow the top 20 to be winners. So congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. This is really, really exciting. Eve, I think it's time to
It definitely is. But before we do, can I just say it was absolutely amazing to see people actually find out that they'd won, and the celebratory comments, they're still coming through here. I mean, huge congratulations. You know, it's brilliant that so many of you are joining us, and that you're so happy. So huge congratulations. But as you said, this is now round 2. So it's time to bring 3 more of our wonderful mentors on stage to join the stage and have a chat with Katia and Charlotte this time. So we're really delighted to welcome Gary Thornton from the UK, Nitika Agrawal from the US, and Volker von Kardorf from Germany. Welcome to all of you.
welcome, welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining. So, well, Nitika, let's start with you. What are your thoughts on this year's lineup?
Well, I'm just like overwhelmed. And for me, it's just like, wow. It's like, you know, so much of talent and at global level, and, you know, so much of like cultural like diversity. And, you know, it's just like, I'm just lacking words right now, you know, with greatness and, you know, the joy I'm having to be at this platform and having, you know, being one of the judges. So I'm definitely looking forward, like, you know, to mentoring the mentees over the 6 months, and definitely adding, you know, some sort of contribution. And definitely it's a joy for me to be able to share the knowledge and with them. And I feel no matter at what age we are, and, you know, no matter, you know, at what career stage, all of us need mentorship in some or the other form. And it's always a pleasure, like, to share some ideas. And I was like really overwhelmed, like, with the videos this year. So especially, you know, a new group of people, which I didn't think about before. So it's like, especially the mothers, you know, who had a career break and, you know, now seeking back to coming to the industry. So apart from all the young emerging designers, I think like a big applaud to the people as well who are looking to come back, like, you know, back to the career after a small break. So yeah, it's very encouraging, you know.
This is wonderful, fantastic. Thank you so much for every word that you said, Nitika. I really, really appreciate it.
Amazing. And Gary, question for yourself. What advice would you give anyone who's looking to apply next year, going through the whole process, etc.? What advice would you give?
Well, I think, you know, it's hard not to watch that and just be thoroughly inspired, whether you knew what was coming or not. So I think if you've even had half a hint at wanting to do this, either last year or this year, maybe you did, maybe you didn't, maybe you missed out. As you said, the caliber of the videos was incredibly high this year. It was a real tough moment to try and whittle down to the 20. But I think be inspired by what you've seen there. A bit of a cliche, but you've got to be in it to win it. So if you want to be part of this process, if you want to be part of the huge number of success stories that we read last year and heard about online, then get your application in. That's the only way you're going to be part of this. And for me, that was where I came from last year. I followed so many of the stories online and was just so inspired and excited to be able to impart some of my knowledge, mentor someone, and learn from being paired with a mentee as well. And that, watching last year's journey over the sort of 6-12 months last year, inspired me to apply to be a mentor this year, and that's why I ended up in it. So and I wouldn't be here if I didn't apply. So yeah, go for it, put yourself out there, and hopefully you reap the rewards.
Definitely. Thank you, Gary. Well, I think we've temporarily lost Katia, so we'll continue because we're just going to join Volker right now and just ask Volker, we're really interested, again, a new mentor to the programme this year. What are your thoughts on the lineup that you've just seen, that you've just been presented with, the 20 winners?
Well, actually, it's the first time for me. So I went very thoroughly through all the 40 videos, and it was so interesting because it was the journey around the world. So I looked a second time if there was any region missing. I think we have no applicant from the Antarctica, but the rest of the world was really there, and that was so interesting for me because it was also shown, you know, the individual culture, how they approached the program, how they presented themselves. So before I was thinking about good or bad or who has to be chosen, I have learned already about this broad approach of this program, which is really a gem in itself to have that. Interestingly, when you presented us the winners we have selected, Martin was talking about fairness. We were not so off, you know. All of us were had chosen the majority in numbers of the later winners. So obviously, we have seen difference in quality. So meaning that although there was a very, very high level in quality, we even were able to select really the best. And this is very encouraging also for the winners. They have shown, you know, that they were slightly quicker on the finishing line.
Absolutely, and I think it's great. It's great to see that you all agree with those decisions. And as you say, you have to make things as fair as possible, don't you? So some wonderful insights there, Volker, and I agree they're a wonderful lineup. And just continuing with yourself there, Volker, is there any advice that you would personally give to anyone that didn't apply this year, is now watching this and is considering applying next year?
Well, first of all, I think that the questions which were given for the videos were very, very good in terms of following their interest. And I also could stress what nearly all of them have done perfectly already. They should stress it in terms of being more specific, really telling us what they are interested in, so that we can, it's not only that we're saying, well, this is a good or bad applicant. It's the question, can we help? Can we support?
Yes.
So the more specific you formulate your questions, the better I can say, yes, not only it's a good one, but also I would love to support this specific applicant. The second one is the personal thing. I think you're all, you're burning for lighting, but to get a better feeling what your overall interest is, your passion apart from lighting is also very important to us to grab your character more. And can we also have a better understanding how we approach, let's say, life. And the last one, everybody, when you have to choose somebody, you want to know, is he or she engaged? Is she or he burning for something? So if you get this across, it's helpful.
No, wonderful tips there. Thank you so much for sharing those with us, Volker, and welcome back, Katia, as well.
Thank you. And finally, just a question, we'll go to Gary first. What advice would you give the winning mentees to fully benefit from the mentorship journey?
I mean, speaking for myself, I guess, squeeze us for everything we've got. I don't doubt that the 6 months is going to absolutely fly by. So from both sides, I think we really need to grab this and make the most of it. Don't be afraid. I don't think we can have too much communication. I don't think we can have too much mentor-mentee relationship. And the time is going to fly by. And I hope that, particularly for myself, it becomes an ongoing relationship. It just doesn't come to an abrupt end after a few months. I want, part of my goal is to connect and join these people for much longer through their careers. But obviously this initial quite intense period, there'll be a lot of planning, a lot of talking, but really ring your mentors for as much information and support as they have, because this is the opportunity. This is the whole point of the program, to gain as much insight and support out of all of us as we can.
Absolutely, and like we saw last year, so many relationships have continued to flourish. So it's great words of advice. Nikita, anything from your perspective?
I personally agree with what Gary says. So I would advise the mentees to make the most of your mentorship and have your goals aligned, what you want from us, so that we can, guide you in the right direction. And so bombard us with questions. It's never wrong, to ask questions, as many as you can. And I'm definitely happy, to support in all areas in life, even lighting or, not even lighting. And also looking forward definitely to having a long-term relationship with my mentee.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for all of you for joining us and sharing your thoughts for that part of the session. It really is much appreciated, and some kind of great information there and nuggets of advice. You're going to regret saying you can't ring too many times. And I say that joking, because you're completely right. You can never ask too many questions. It's a great thing to be inquisitive, I always think so. Okay, so now we say farewell to those three mentors from our panel. We really just want to talk about how proud we are of the community that we've built. And when we use the word community, we genuinely mean that. We feel like we are just a group of people, and what we're really striving to do as a team here, myself, Katia and Charlotte, is really create this global network. And I think the metrics earlier spoke for themselves, the kind of presence we're getting internationally from mentors and from applicants. You really are part of the Silhouette Awards global network. We've got people that entered last year, they didn't make it through. We've mentioned this many times, and now they're winning mentees this year, which is a real success story, and it's a journey. And that's what this network is. We've spoken about the start and finish. These are just frameworks, but actually we're here to build long-term friendships, support networks, and long-term relationships. And those mentorship journeys really will kick off as soon as tomorrow, which is super exciting. So the opportunity is huge, and we're here for the long term, and you're part of that. So thank you.
This is amazing. I'm really, really, really moved right now. I think it's visible. Thank you so much, Eve and Charlotte, for being part of this journey together. It's an honor to be working with you, along with all the others, the mentors, the supporters, the sponsors, but you, like having all of those chats every day almost. It's a great experience. So also this year, we are delighted to have collaborated with the Elite Design Awards team. I'm honored to be part of the judges of the program, and also a couple of other mentors that you saw on the program. They are also judges. So we are delighted to have this partnership. It's very unique. This partnership really means that 2 of the winners from the student category of the Lead Design Awards also benefit from a 6-month mentorship program with 2 of the
Has it froze your end as well?
The Silhouette Awards family. Can you go to the next slide, please?
Mm-hmm. Have we lost Katia?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Well, I'll pick up on this as much as I possibly can. So this year, the 2 Lit Design Award winners who are also joining our programme, and we're delighted to welcome this year, are Owen Fernando Pater from San Francisco in the USA, and Elsa Gil Benito from Madrid in Spain. Emerging Designer of the Year for Owen, and Elsa, the Emerging Product Designer of the Year. And I do apologise if my pronunciations aren't perfect for this, obviously jumping in here, but wonderful to really welcome you both to the programme. This partnership, as Katia explained, means that these 2 winners will be joined by 2 more mentors who will be revealing in just a moment, and joining the Silhouette Awards community. So here it is, absolutely delighted here to see that Owen has been partnered with one of last year's mentors, Marcy Song. Thank you so much, Marcy, for agreeing to be a mentor again this year. It was so good last year, you had to come back. And the same applies for David Gilby, who also very much agreed to be a mentor this year and to mentor Elsa. So we're really, really grateful and very delighted to have you both back this year as part of our mentors, and really with part of our extensive partnership with the team at the Lit Design Awards, which we're delighted to be partnering with. So thank you both so much. Just more great news to be able to share to the community.
Amazing. Thank you, Eve and Charlotte, for backing me up. I'm sorry about these technical problems.
It happens to us all. It happens to us all, Katia. It's usually me, to be honest. So
yeah, we are very used to it. So yeah, I also can't wait to watch the recording for especially the part that I lost with the mentors on stage. The recording is going to be shared actually very, very shortly, like tomorrow most probably. So make sure if you want to share it with others, or if you want to re-watch it, it's going to be there. You will find out on our social media. And I think with that, we can go to the next part, right?
Yes, we absolutely can. So that's enough from us. We all now want you all to celebrate together. We want to celebrate our industry superstars. So we're going to we'll send you a link in the chat, which I'll post in a second, which will send you to the networking area. So once you follow this link, you should have an account, but if you don't, just fill in a few details. It should only take you a minute, and then there'll be options where you can click the networking on the left-hand side. So the network is a little bit different. We want to make it a little bit more fun. So you'll see it's for random networking for 3 minutes. And we want to ask you that you share with each other one skill that you wish you had at the beginning of your career to kickstart the conversation. So I'll post the link in the chat now. And yeah, hope you make some new and some old faces as well.
Awesome. And of course, you know us now, I think. You love, we love social media and we love taking pictures. So what we would like to ask you, also, if you took any pictures during the session now, please share them online, tag the Silhouette Awards, and we are going to be resharing this. And also just send it to us if you don't want to upload it. We love to get all of those things from the industry. And an event wouldn't be an event without photos, you know. So we are asking you to meet, chat, take a screenshot or photo, upload it, tag us, and you can also use this hashtag SA celebration. So now go have fun. You will see the link that Charlotte just brought on the chat. It's a little bit of a process. You just need to log in. If you don't have an account, you just need to put your email very quickly. It's totally worth it. From last year, we know that was the biggest, funniest thing of the whole event. So I can't wait to find you there. And yeah, we will give you a couple of minutes. Now, bye-bye from us. Bye.
Definitely. We'll see you on the other side in the networking.
Yes, and see you in the other side. Exactly. Congratulations, everyone. Congratulations. Thank you for being here. Thank you.
See you soon.